You are listening to KYST 89.3 FM, The Bone.
The Bone.
AM 1400, The Growler. And you are watching us on South Tucson, local access channel number 22.
Oh, man.
Why me? So I did the whole thing by myself because I thought, okay, well, RJ must not be there to unmute, and I realized my mic wasn't plugged in. That happened. It's Thursday night. I'm not well. It's fine. Hi everybody. We got a full house. We got we got RJ here doing the opening. What are those called? The bumpers?
The stinger.
The stingers. Okay, sorry. There are bumpers and stingers and fuckers and I don't know. And you got roll here, and even when I wasn't plugged in, I even did the roll. Oh man, bit. And we got Will as well.
To remind you before we go any further, we're now actually streaming on South TucsonHighLife.com.
Excuse me.
We're streaming live the games now with webcam technology.
Oh, we're back on the High Life again?
on HighLifeSouthTucson.com.
Oh God, is that a real thing? I don't know what that is.
Back in the High Life again.
Oh,
it's not to be confused with Tucson High Life, which is just really, really dangerous. Like, you better be wearing a helmet. Like, I know you're not.
Is that like
Tucson? You're not like supposed to wear a helmet when you play High Life. I don't think you'd normally do that, but like with South Tucson, like it's a hard spherical object
coming at your head.
Yeah,
they launch it at you. They angle it.
Yeah,
they launch it at you outside of South Tucson. It's High Life. You can die.
South Tucson takes High Life to a whole nother level. It's not necessarily about winning the game via the traditional method. It's more about decapitation.
Oh my God! And of course, the other method to win. The other thing I thought you were talking about was
touching all four corners of the ring.
Well, that too, but Tucsonade High Life, which is the champagne of steroids.
You've got the time. Tucsonade's got the roll.
All right. Here's our first of two games in the playoffs. We have the first round concluding tonight. We're gonna go right down to the Muni to get things started.
Does the gigantic black man that used to be in the Miller High Life commercials also deliver Tucsonade?
I don't know, but it is Municipal Field number 42. It is the third of four first-round playoff games. Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash, the number 7 seed, coming out of the Blue Collar Conference, an at-large bid. Taking on another at-large bid, the number 10 seed, Del Grango's Discount Seafood. Both teams finished the season 6-4.
Out of the Gluttony League.
Yeah, one of the 4 teams to come out of the Gluttony League, and I gotta say, Gluttony League did well last night. The Binging Texan Barbecue Buffet won their first-round game as the 9 seed. They beat the 8 seed Kebab Barkers. And in our second game, we had Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare out of the Child Services Conference, defeating Crambler's House of Gags and Actual Items. So the 5 seed won in the 5-12 matchup. And we had the 9 seed upsetting the 8 seed. So that sets up 2 Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, whenever we're going to do stream Saturday. Quarterfinals. Texas Roadhouse is the 1 seed taking on the 9 seed Binging Texan. And number 4, Kathy's Country Cookin' taking on number 5, Hootenanny's. This is the 7-10 game, which means that the winner takes on the number 2 seed, 1-800-BUY-A-DAD, on Sunday.
And already, Jim Bob Coutre getting Del Grango's Seafood off to a great start. And they're moving the ball up the field.
Already over the 50, yeah.
And just to answer the question earlier, not only is that man serving South Tucson's Tucsonade, he's actually the junior marketing manager for Tucsonade.
Hey, got a job out of it. Good for him.
Yeah. Got his degree out of DeVry before that went kind of up.
They're serious about success.
Oh yeah. It's a big old party here.
It's a big old party, and everybody's invited.
Including this man.
Except for the Hispanics.
Yeah, well, I mean, that comes with the territory of one team we're playing with here.
No doubt. And there is an incomplete pass. Antonio Weldon breaking up that one. That's the first incomplete pass for Jim Bob Coutre, but they're already in the red zone.
I've seen some of the pollsters put together their ballots to see these teams, and there was a typo on one of them that I was privy to seeing that just had his Big Paul's Mexicanless car. And then the next one was Wash.
So they were voting for the University of Washington, is what you're saying?
Well, I guess, but I thought like maybe it's gonna be like one of those like fancy schmancy British Cheerio lad soccer things, where it's like they dissolve the team into two separate teams. Big Paul, and they just take parts of the team with them. One team gets Big Paul's Mexicanless car, and the other team just gets the Wash.
I would figure if they were going to split it up, I think a more reasonable solution was just to take the Big P and then the All's Mexicanless car wash.
That's the only sensible thing. Stuart Mackey with a touchdown, thrown by Jim Bob Coutre. Gets the space, runs the slant, back of the end zone.
That is solid receivership from Stuart Mackey. Jim Bob Coutre, big quarterback, finding his man in the back of the end zone.
Yep, and the first blood is drawn to Del Grangos on the first possession of the game. So Mackey is in fact back in town. Yes. Good God.
Well, like most boys,
he'll be at Del Grangos Discount Seafood.
You'll never guess who came in today. Them wild-eyed boys.
Oh my God. South Tucson seems like the kind of place that would have at least 3 different Thin Lizzy cover bands.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. Stop telling everyone.
Hi, Pasco.
Hey.
And of course, the star player for Big Paul's Mexicanless car wash taking the field for the first time. It's Big Greg McMuffin.
Whiskey's in the jar. Where else would it be? The pool?
Imagine a pool full of whiskey.
And if the only thing that survives is the black box, why isn't the airplane made out of the black box?
I mean, a pool full of whiskey sounds like a great idea until you want to go swimming, and they're just like, well, now I can't go swimming. I've ruined my pool.
Like, oh, I got all these open sores. Let me just take a.
Just as a reminder, the boys are back in town, and where have all the Cowboys gone? Describe the same event, but from 2 entirely different perspectives.
Nice. That's kind of like let the bodies hit the floor and it's raining men. I can't take credit for that one. I love that so much, though, but I love it. The boys are back in town, and where have all the Cowboys? I love that so much.
I can't even take credit for that one. That was just something I read somewhere else, but it's great.
That's fun. By the way, I hope you don't mind my coughing. I don't have a cough button. I should have one. And oddly enough, Melvin Blanca with a 3-yard rush up the middle. 2nd and 7 for Big Paul's. Have been moving down the field pretty nicely. They're down to the 29-yard line and continue to be moving.
I'm just thinking here about whiskey pool, and I'm pretty sure that's something that Big Paul would probably have in his backyard. See, he seems like he's a successful enough businessman to afford all sorts of alcohol pools.
The rich people have Jack Daniels pools, the poor people have Evan Williams pools. Because you drink Evan Williams, what you're really saying is, I didn't get paid this week. Or I'm paid bi-weekly and this is the off week.
The check bounced.
So, like, what would Jim Beam be? Like, the 1%?
Oh, so fancy.
That's what threw me off.
Gigi Allen drank Jim Beam, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely not the 1%.
Also, when you said that, I was like, I never considered Jack Daniels to be like this high-class alcohol.
It's more of a joke about Evan Williams.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, I see where you're going.
Big Greg, oh my God.
Wow.
Big Greg McMuffin just moving down out of the
Just
pocket with all
ambling,
the grace and
stumbling,
Much like McDonald's
bumbling.
breakfast, really slowing down late in the pocket.
the fastest 2 minutes in sports.
Yeah,
And they're off.
Unfortunately, all-day breakfast at McDonald's is only a recent thing. Unfortunately, in South Tucson, it's been there since the beginning.
Yeah, they pretty much through just intimidation. They don't let the one McDonald's, which is on the outskirts of town, stop serving breakfast until they say you can stop serving breakfast.
Well, no, the problem is, well, yeah, there is the intimidation factor because they're used to it now, but the problem is that they have the one clock that just it's stuck at 7:30, and they can't tell if it's AM or PM.
And it's
Oh,
a 24-hour McDonald's, but it really isn't. What happens is they figured out the law that as long as someone's in there, they can't close, and so the town rotates someone being in there at all times. So they're constantly open.
The designated survivor rule.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my God, it's amazing, and that's a huge stop. 4th and
Frisky
13.
Caravan just spinning and twirling around Jim Bob Coutre. I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a takedown.
Sacked like a bunch of potatoes. Potatoes, of course, being Irish people who drowned in a riverbed.
What?
I don't know. Lost the middle of that
Okay.
halfway through.
Fair enough. Well, this has already been a hard-hitting match so far. It's only 7-0. Big Paws have the ball once more. They're starting from their own 33. And I can see, another big hit. Greg McMuffin goes down. It's Rusty Dunn, a name that we did not come up with. Great name, though. Great name.
His nickname is Stick a Fork in Him He's.
Rusty Dunn.
Yes.
What happened to the offensive line that's supposed to be protecting Big Greg McMuffin?
I don't know, but down goes Greg again. 3rd and 12. Del Grangos have amped up their defense. They are good.
They're pulling a train on him.
They really are on that poor 10-year-old.
Three.
Oh, he's got a lot of time to throw. Almost picked off. Greg McMuffin is having a terrible time right now.
Welcome to
if
the
it's
David
playoff-
Carr experience here on South Tucson Playoff Fever. Catch it.
I don't know if it's playoff jitters or if it's or nerves or if he's just hungry or what. The punt dribbles over the 50 out of bounds at the 43, maybe 42-yard line.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a mixture of diabetes and the yips.
That O-line is popping like soap bubbles. That's a great line.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
And the yips.
If you got diabetes in the yips, yeah, I guess you're fucked.
Well, not only is he shaking from a lack of sugar, but he's shaking because he's got Rick Ankiel disease.
I once ate Jessica Tandy's butthole on the set of Cocoon.
Jesus Christ. Amazing.
KYST, South Tucson Youth Football Playoffs. Catch it.
I blew dust out of my mouth after.
Catch it before you catch the herpes, apparently. Jesus.
Oh, that's a Patton Oswalt bit, isn't it?
I had a gay experience with Brian Dennehy.
Yes.
Character
And I was,
actors.
and I was not on the bottom. Top bill, top guy.
And there you see all the highlights of Greg Muffin just getting hurried and thrown to the ground, basically bullied. And it's Del Grangos starting these off in the second quarter. That's a first down. Chuck Lowry, I don't know. Not Woolery though. Chuck Lowry. Look at Lowry. I'm gonna say it differently every time.
That was the rule in Hollywood. Whoever was top billed was the top person. Which is why Judy Garland made sure to give Buddy Ebsen what for, and that's why I left The Wizard of Oz.
I wish the phrase "giving what for" would catch on again.
If he only had a wider butthole, he would still have that role.
Speaking of water buttholes,
God.
one day I walked in on Roy Orbison putting up an award up his butthole. I didn't think that it would stretch any further than it could, but then he started singing Pretty Woman, and then it went right.
I asked him why.
I had to wait for the high notes, but there they were.
I asked him why it happened. He said it came to him in dreams. They called Clarence Carter Patches because they had a time to patch up his urethra.
Jeez, urethra?
It was a
hell.
mess.
I don't think Clarence Carter had chronic urethral trauma.
Oh, you clearly were not around in that time period, my friend.
I'm not sure what this voice is either, but I love it.
I don't know either, but I'm gonna go.
It's a Patton Oswalt bit from when I think Fox Sports did this really weird tie-in for radio commercials with some sort of actor that
It was ESPN and Robert Evans from the Godfather films.
There we go.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's Robert Evans.
Amazing.
Never seen the documentary now about the documentary now. It's a parody of his documentary. It's incredible.
By the way, it's 4th and 22.
Yeah, not
man.
a good look for Big Pauls. They cannot get a single thing going.
And Moses,
sorry,
Moses
Norco Del
Paul
Grangos.
spotted.
I was there when Natalie Wood fell off her boat, and let's just say, had it coming.
Oh my god. Amazing. This is the
What
best.
you get for being a Mexican.
What?
And there's the handoff. It's a first down. Marshall Koch finally getting some movement. That's his first rush of the game. 14 yards and a first down. So that might be the key to victory if you're Big Pauls.
Steve McQueen, let's just say his name was right.
Jesus Christ.
What? What's wrong with you?
And another handoff to Koch. Gets the first down. 5 yards. Yes, Koch is filling that gap. You're absolutely right.
I told Spielberg they should have had Shelley Winters play the shark in Jaws, and he didn't listen to me.
Oh my gosh.
He went with his second choice, Ethel Merman.
Ethel Merman. And there goes. That's Jerron Weber with a 31-yard catch.
It's been a long while since we had somebody in this crew reference movie stars, actors, entertainers from 40 years before they were born.
Yeah, right. I've missed it.
Well, I am the product of Fatty Arbuckle and the woman he murdered.
Jesus Christ. That's amazing.
I was delivered after the fact.
That's a great one. I'm not gonna lie, it's a fucking good one.
I
And
just
there's the
wonder when-
handoff.
when's
Handoff
Luke
to Marshall
Costello's
Koch.
day?
Gets 9 yards, 2nd and 1, and here's the offense that Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash has been looking for. They have been moving down, but Marshall Koch is down. No, he's okay. He's good. He's good. I think it was just kind of needed a bit of a breather, but he's still in there. 2nd and 1. There's the handoff. Gets the first down and then some, all the way to the end zone. Marshall Koch with a 16-yard touchdown run, and Big Paul's have tied this game up.
I'm not calling Buddy Hackett an anti-Semite, but I'm not calling Buddy Hackett an anti-Semite.
Oh my God.
Speaking of my movie, The Godfather, you know, when they say Luke across the sleeves with the fish, that wasn't talking about his death. They were talking about Lenny Montana and that unfortunate incident up by the pier.
See, I always thought that was a tribute to the incredible Mr. Limpet. Oh, you learn something every day.
I feel like this is like some sort of weird sketch where the two of you are sitting in rocking chairs on a porch with lemonade. I mean, I'm digging it. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm digging it.
Weird what happens when Marge Simpson's Itchy and Scratchy episode goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Bowl of lemonade, please.
Please.
I made it just for you by squeezing it out my urethra.
God.
I'm depending on your son.
Jesus Christ, can we get back into patches? We're really gonna go back into patches? Okay. God damn it.
My papa was a great old man, and he hit me with the back of his hand. Was that the way?
I thought it was gonna be like frying pan. I was like, this is gonna get dark quickly, isn't it?
Landon McCall taken down, only gets a yard.
And
out of
that's a
that one.
first down, and then some for Landon McCall. 17 yards coming back from that rough hit.
Some confusion on Big Paul's defensive line.
You know, I once taught Angela Lansbury what the meaning of snowballing was, and it wasn't January in the Adirondacks.
Well, I introduced her to the bed knobs and the broomsticks.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
Giants,
I can't even be mad about that.
ESPN football. Catch it.
I'm not even mad at any of this.
And
This is amazing.
you guys know Dick Van Dyke was bisexual. It's ironic when you think about it.
No, it's more appropriate. It's not ironic. It's appropriate, wouldn't it be?
No, I really do think.
Wasn't that ironic?
Also, slightly unrelated, but kind of related to how I picture this gimmick that's going on is.
Yes.
When I was in Orlando, I don't know why, I found myself using the phrase "getting the vapors" a couple times, more times than I would have expected.
Oh, that's.
Did you also use the word MRSA?
No, I should have though. But like it was
I
one
do
of those,
de- I do
and for
declare.
whatever reason, if I needed to be a little sarcastic about that, that was my go-to. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting the vapors over here.
Give it the southern inflection that you don't know if you're saying the word mercy or the disease MRSA.
MRSA.
It needs to be very ambiguous. You could be going either way. You could either be talking about a staph infection or mercy.
Speaking of MRSA, one time I had to go down to the hospital to get a Z-pack. It was the wrong medication.
Let's just say that they know how to concentrate the Zika virus in a whole way that I never expected.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know what diet Rock Hudson's on, but count me up.
And that's a touchdown for Del Grangos. Stuart Mackey, his second touchdown. And Del Grangos take the lead yet again.
I just want to congratulate the Ottawa Senators for managing to get into the playoffs in the stupidest way possible. Not by winning, just by lasting 60 seconds.
What'd they do?
They just managed to tie a game.
Oh,
That's
neat.
it. They win. Ottawa wins 1-1.
How much longer till we actually get playoff hockey?
2 games. 1 game, actually.
So this starts this week?
Should start soon.
Good.
NBA starts next week, so usually it's around the same.
Yeah, they're like usually about a week apart, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's an amazing achievement considering one of their players just came back from 2 years worth of concussion injuries.
Jesus Christ, which player?
Clark MacArthur.
Oh, I don't
Four concussions in 2 years, including one suffered from a non-roster invitee just kind of kicking his ass during the training area.
Jesus.
Because
I once walked into Martin Landau blowing Cesar Romero.
I didn't know the laugh came from that.
Well, Martin Landau was the one laughing. That's why I was so uncomfortable.
Which is impressive with his mouth full.
Yeah, well, he's got a big mouth. I don't know if you've seen it.
He can
It also-
breathe. He
it
can
also
breathe
ex-
through his ears, and he has no gag reflex.
It also explains why Frank Gorshin was there too.
20 seconds to go in the first half. Big Paul is driving down the field. From their own 45, that's a completion. Jerron Weber, and the timeout is called. It's a first
Burt
down with 15
Ward had
seconds
it.
to go.
Burt Ward had a dick so big it played Egghead originally on Batman 66.
Wow.
That's why they casted Vincent Price. He really wanted to work with him. Yes. Oh, you're naughty. I'll give you Vincent Price impression.
Now riddle me this: how many carrots could Burgess Meredith stick up his behind? The answer was surprising.
Fucking.
In a way, it's less than you think, given his reputation.
The ball's loose, but they'll count it as incomplete.
You know what I called him, Ray Bolger?
That's a completed pass with 2 seconds to go. They got one more chance at this. The ball it's 4th and 2. They're on the 26-yard line. They're going to take one shot at the end zone, I think, to try to tie this game up before they go to the half. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, it's picked off. Well, no harm, no foul on that one other than to the stat line. Greg McMuffin looking for the end zone. Just a pile of bodies over there. Going into the half, it's Del Grangos, the 10 seed, with a 14-7 lead over Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash.
And I'm sure Greg McMuffin will want to just clear the memory of that first half out of his mind.
Yes, he'll clear it, of course, with cheese.
Cheese and a little grease.
Yes, just any
Little
sort of
bit
food.
grease.
Mostly fried cheese is what he's going to be clearing it with in the back. Fried cheese. And I understand instead of the you know how some of the players will sit on the sideline with the oxygen masks. He's got one of those, but it actually just like pumps spray cheese into his mouth.
Ugh.
I know, isn't that disgusting?
Giving him the old Cesar Romero.
Is that what it's
Stop it! Oh my god. No.
You caused Will to tap. That's great.
I have been just trying to reach for the ropes the last 10 minutes.
And they just keep pulling it back and giving the submission in the center of the ring. Yeah.
Right.
Fuck. So what's our halftime sponsor?
Well, our halftime sponsor is, of course, Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new 2017 Laugh Finder. It comfortably fits 8. Uncomfortably does this weird bit for the rest of the stream. And, of course, South Tucson Youth Football would like to thank its corporate sponsor, Tucsonade, which sponsors the entire playoffs. Tucsonade, it's basically steroids. Try their new flavors, like lemon raspberry, orange grapefruit, and purple.
Marilyn Monroe found Jack Lemmon very sour.
I don't doubt it.
God damn it.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Now, is this during the fellatio or the analingus stage?
One and the same, really.
If you're lucky, you can do it at the same time.
Did you know that Robert Shaw was dyslexic? He thought he was making the take on the Pelham 3-2-1.
That works so much better with you fucking it up.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Melvin Blanco with the rush up the middle for the first down. And Big Paul's coming into the second half with a purpose. And that purpose is, of course, to tie the game. And just as I say it, Big Greg takes a hit. Loss of 3. Rusty Dunn with the tackle once more.
Dear Lord, this offensive line for Big Paul's is just. Well, it's like you go through the car wash with your windows down. Big Greg's getting soaked.
It's not a good look for them. And you can see he's starting to feel it. That or he's feeling hunger.
To be fair, he's normally soaked in his own sweats, but this is worse.
The meat sweats.
And the cheese
I'd
sweats.
like to take this time to remember former Turner Classic Movies host Robert Osborne. Remind everyone he slept his way to the top. He started with Bela Lugosi and just went up from there.
Unbelievable.
That's
What has happened to this offensive line?
It is not looking good, and there is just hit after hit. Greg McMuffin cannot keep taking these hits.
It collapsed like Boris Karloff's prolapsed asshole.
What?
Yes, welcome to the Christian Hackenberg experience for Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash.
Oh my god.
I found Mickey Rooney's portrayal of a Chinese fellow in Breakfast at Tiffany's very tasteful.
No, you didn't.
All the Chinese people I know exactly just like that.
Stop it, no.
Counterpoint, I know 0 Chinese people.
I gotta say I'm glad that this is happening tonight when I don't have much of a voice, because I'm just at a loss for words for so much of this, and they're gonna air it out. Oh, deflected by Jimmy Wise. That would have caught Big Paul's completely sleeping. They almost had the receiver open. He couldn't get enough space, and it was batted down. Heck of a throw, though.
You guys know the scene, Jurassic Park, where there's the was played by Katharine Hepburn.
Now it keeps getting better because like with each because now you cut out, so I'm just filling in the blanks.
Yeah.
Horrific things in my mind. Doesn't really matter what you said. Imagination's about taking over. Oh my gosh.
Charlie
They're gonna be
Chaplin
punting
may have
from
been
their
a
own
pederast.
end zone. Marlon Webster returning that one. Going to start things off from the 45-yard line. Big Paul's with good field position after this one. See what they can throw together. And looks like he might have gotten his arm batted on that one. That pass was way off target. I don't think that was. I think he got a little interference in that one. So Big Paul's 2nd and 10 from the 45, down a touchdown.
Now, a few people okay, you go.
And Big Greg is taking off running. He's got the first down. He is brought down for a 14-yard rush and a first down.
Yours will be better.
Now, few people understand why people call it the day music died. But unfortunately, it's not what you think. It's not about the plane crash, rather the time where Buddy Holly Goose Richard Valens. I'll tell you what, La Bamba was not about a really hot lady. It was about what came out of his butt when he got squeezed.
And Big Bopper was watching, baby.
We're gonna hit a what?
Say, hey, buddy, what's that monkey doing flying this plane?
Oh, no.
Now, why are we talking about Laurence Olivier's performance in Othello?
Me and Papa Lee had such a sensual sexual affair. She hid herself for
Sensual?
years to avoid me.
Potential. Vince White with the 8-yard catch. Big Paul's 4th and 2. Do they go for it at this point? It's early on, but I think they might have to go for it just to kind of set the precedent. They want to just they're gonna go for it. 4th and 2. This could be a pivotal play in this game.
Ricky
Pitch play.
Nelson wrote
They
the
opted
song.
over the pitch play. They throw it back to Marshall Cook 5 yards behind. He gets back to where the line of scrimmage was, and they don't convert the first down.
Interesting call.
And
That's a
now
big call.
did coach?
I mean, hell, it worked when we were playing NFL Blitz down there in the barcade. We got good kids.
This is where I read off the tagline that if we made South Tucson T-shirts, this would be on the back of the T-shirts. These kids are dumb as hell. But they're good kids.
They're good kids, but they're dumb as hell.
They are dumber than rocks. And Jim Bob Coutre is brought down for a loss of 4.
Rock can at least be sharp.
No, Ricky Nelson wrote the song Garden Party about the time he walked in on his mom, Ozzy. Nope, that was Harriet. Never mind, joke's over. Everybody keep going on your day. Lost it halfway through.
You'll get there, don't worry. Ooh, Jesus. Jimmy Wise breaking up a huge play for Del Grangos.
Yes, and here's Del Grango's punting from inside the 10. That ball's going to take a bounce and get picked up at the 48. Marlon Webster going to... basically get tackled right as he returns it. Down to the 40, and so the 48 is where we're going to get things started. And Greg Weapon with a pitch play right as he gets tackled. Breaks the tackle. And a flag on the play. Marshall Koch just muscles his way through. And there's a face mask. Everyone take a drink. What's everybody drinking tonight?
I am drinking Tucson High Life.
Nice. So am I. Shit.
Oh, we're
Same
back.
here. It is the official sponsor of our playoffs.
We all drinking Tucson High Life, the champagne and steroids?
Spencer Tracy's leftover remains.
Okay then.
Liquefied or ground?
Well, considering where it came from, it's definitely liquefied.
To be fair, he did order it and said, surprise me.
don't know where this is going, but I want to figure this out. Wow, did Big Greg have his pocket can stay intact for once?
I think so. They're actually moving they're moving downfield. 1st and 10 from the 12.
Had to kind of.
This could be the break we're looking for. Clock gets 4 yards up the middle.
He used to call Frank Sinatra old blue eyes. He used to call Joey Bishop old brown eyes.
I was just gonna say old brown eyes.
Joey Bishop was to the Rat Pack what the Northern African Front was to World War II. Come on. What are you doing? What's the point of this?
Let's see here. Some of our
and a handoff to Melvin Blanco. No gain on that one. 3rd and 6.
A workshop margarita where it tastes like pine and sawdust on the rim. I'm drinking some hot wax from Big Paul's.
Cool. Are you getting the Rustex rainproofing as well?
A workshop margarita. Amazing.
It's just $2 extra.
And hey, don't forget to get your undercarriage looked at. That's always a good thing.
By the way, there's a kid that got that's injured because, quote, wind knocked out. You'll see it in a second. Melvin Blanco gets up the middle for the touchdown. Big Paul's, after trying and trying, have finally broken through. And pending the extra point, they have tied this game up.
That injury,
that wall.
That injury reminds me of the day the music died, the one I told you about earlier.
Oh shit, is the frozen floor on tonight?
Yeah, it is.
It is, isn't it? Have I missed both games?
You probably have.
Nah, just the first one, I think.
Forget UMD. What Richard Valens pooped out that day was a WMD.
And Del Grango's trying to respond. 4:21 to go. And you know what we've been seeing in the Holy Balls, the Kebab Barkers versus Binging Texan game yesterday, as well as this one, we've seen, scoring possessions have been at a premium. So it just shows how the defense has been just really turning it up and getting turned as well, whatever that means.
It's what you do when you realize that we're going to another pointless war, but you just want to drink away the sadness.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore that, but I just can't help but keep.
Try to win one for the Gipper. The Gipper, of course, being former President Ronald Reagan.
He's dead now.
Who let down the game and died just because it didn't exist. Yep. Well, I'm just over here. I'm just here talking about the news. Just talking about, it's Gary Cooper's birthday today.
Few people understand that it wasn't the Gipper that was Ronald Reagan's nickname. It was Muddy Mud Skipper. The mud, you don't want to know.
Let's just say Ella Fitzgerald's nickname of the Queen of Scat had nothing to do with the musical exploits.
Wow.
Brilliant.
I'm just gonna let this happen because it's okay. This is fun. It allows me to not have to talk too much.
Rod Serling got the deal for Twilight Zone, was sitting under a glass table a woman was shitting on. He thought, man, this is crazy. You know what else is crazy? Fucking Mars, man.
I heard the original theme of the Twilight Zone came from when the sounds he was making as she was pooping on the table. Oh no, just his reaction, just ooh.
They used to call Gene Roddenberry Gene Dingleberry.
Ew.
Nasty.
Because he just liked to sing dingles all the time, which sort of like a jingle was about poop.
Dingles.
Dingles.
Is there a big business
Like
in writing
hot
dingles?
dogs, I'm a hot dogs. What kind of kid like I'm a hot dogs? Poop kids. That was his thing. And also because he never wiped his ass.
Is there a lot of business in writing dingles?
Not a lot of business, but he never wiped his ass unless DeForest Kelly was there to give him a hand. Or a tongue.
It was always kind of ironic how much Vic Morrow was always asking for head backstage on the movie set.
Jesus. Big Rod Serling.
Even more ironic how often it was small Vietnamese children.
Fuck.
I did not like
Two and a
that
half
one.
minutes to go in this game. Big Paul's looking to take the lead after some big, strong defense.
Not
Marshall
feel good
Kalk
doing
getting
that.
7 yards and a first down. 62 yards so far for Marshall Kalk. Someone says, wow, really? OTG Hodge, wow, really? A Vic Morrow head joke? Yep.
Vic Morrow died doing what he loved, having a fucking helicopter come at him full speed.
I always love that joke. It's like he died doing what he loved, drugs.
He died. My favorite one is he died doing what he loved, trying to live.
Yes. Desperately trying to stay alive. I died doing what he loved, screaming. All right, Big Greg. A lot of time in the pocket to throw. This offensive line is woken up. Has the end zone overthrown. Had a receiver, but the throw was too powerful.
Don Rickles is as dead today as his career was 20 years ago.
You know what Vic Morrow and Max Landis have in common?
No, I do not.
John Landis.
Both suffer from the shitty decisions of John Landis.
And that's a touchdown for Big Paul's. Greg McMuffin airing that one out. Big Paul's have taken the lead for the first time in this football game.
That is a good piece of business right there.
That line.
That is a great piece of business, yeah.
Which is something Max Landis wouldn't know about.
Why would you say piece of business? Is that like some industry term that you're not part of?
Just something a comedian I says like, first things is a nice piece of business. Like when something's good. It's a good phrase to say. So it's like, that's a nice piece of business right there.
Usually you're talking about food.
Yeah, but I'm usually expecting a comedian to say it.
That's just a great get.
I'm going to leave this earth the same way I came into it. Naked, kicking, and screaming.
And then if you're lucky with someone slapping your ass.
I don't think Lenny Bruce went far enough.
I'm gonna lead this world the way I came into it. Attached to a cord, attached to a woman's vagina.
That is a hell of an autoerotic asphyxiation.
I'm going to leave this world the way I came into it, desperately trying to return to a woman's vagina.
Fucking hell. Alright, and here's Del Gragos with 1:34 to go. Looking to tie this game up. This game has gotten away from them. They are looking to pull off the upset in the 7-10 game. Hoping to find a game, a second round match against 1-800-BIADAD. I got a little tidbit here. If Big Paul's do win and they go on Sunday to play 1-800-BIADAD, that will be a rematch from Week 3, where BIADAD defeated Big Paul's by a score of 21-11.
I once saw Will Rogers choke a dog to death. It wasn't as funny as it sounded. Satirist my ass.
I'm in the business of giving you the business. Yes. And Big Paul's have this football back. They are just trying to kill the clock at this point. Oh, nice tackle. 2nd and 6. After a 4-yard gain. Clock continues to be the enemy of Del Grangos. Marshall Kalk gets the first down, forcing a second timeout. This game is pretty much over.
Clock continues to be the enemy of Del Grangos. Mexicans continue to be the enemy of Big Paul.
But what that means is that Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash are going to advance to the second round of the playoffs. They have effectively, they're not going to get they're going to get the first down. And that will kill this game. Clock is going to continue to run. Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash, the 7th seed overall out of the Blue Collar Conference, they will advance to the second round. They dispatch of the 10 seed Del Grango's Discount Seafood out of the Gluttony League. That is the first loss for a Gluttony League team in this postseason. Big Paul's will join Texas Roadhouse in the second round as a BCC team. Texas Roadhouse, of course, the number 1 overall seed. And the favorite gets it. The higher seed takes it. Number 7 will meet number 2 in the second round on Sunday. 1-800-BUY-A-DAD, the number 2 seed, will take on Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash, the 7 seed. And what should be a great matchup. Anyone who actually paid attention to that game want to comment on anything?
I cannot believe that Big Paul's, after just how badly their offensive line suffered throughout most of the first half and parts of the second half of this game, came back to put 14 unanswered points on the board.
That really is the story of this, I think, is just that they figured it out. I think maybe the halftime talk may have helped. They just figured it out and were able to put some stops on Del Grango's to just get the offense going. I think starting to hand it off to Marshall Koch. They waited a little too long to do that, and it was, by the time they finally started doing that, it paid off dividends. Our second game of the evening is the last game of the first round of the playoffs. We will go down to 8 teams after this, and it will feature the 6 seed Holy Balls, the champions out of the American Freedoms Conference. They are the only team. They have the honor of being the only team to make the playoffs in both seasons of South Tucson Youth Football. They have experience on their side. They are the only team that made the last season's playoffs when it was only 8 teams. Oddly enough, they were the 6th seed there as well. They lost in the first round, but they were the lower seed in that matchup, facing the number 3 seed Salmon Sons Gazebo Repair. This time they are the hosts. They are facing a bit of a controversial pick in the selection committee. The number 11 seed, the final at-large team to make it into the field, Twin Towers Construction out of the BCC, the BCC's 3rd team. They finished the season 6-5, 6-1 in conference, losing to Texas Roadhouse in the championship game. A lot of people thought that might have been it for them. They needed to win the conference to get in. The selection committee liked their resume. They liked what they had to do to get there. And at the expense of some other teams, Twin Towers Construction, they are in as the 11th seed. And I got to say, RJ, I know you picked this as the upset for you.
Yes, indeed. They have played a lot tougher than their record indicates, and I believe that they have the best chance of upsetting the higher seed Holy Balls in this tournament.
Well, I'm going to go real quickly through the stars of this Star Watch, brought to you by Wall to Wall Salve. Don't be a salve, not be a salve. If you need an ointment, cream, or paste, better call Salve. Holy Balls with BYU's offense, always interesting. Their star players are all on defense. That is middle linebacker Donovan Frankenberry. Not pictured because they missed picture day. Defensive back Blowfish Framingham. And defensive lineman Kazam Steele. And Twin Towers Construction. That is their star running back Jamiroquai James. That is wide receiver Frickin' Frank. And not pictured because he missed picture day, was defensive back Dundricus Rodriguez. And they are running the offense of the University of Georgia. 2 R's is because they won't let me put Twin Towers in the game. It actually gets censored if I put it in there. They would not let me. The game would not let me enter Twin Towers. So I had to put a second R in there. And it's, of course, because that's the name of the family. It's these 2 brothers, the Tower brothers, and they run a construction business. They're the Twin Towers Construction, and they have a great, They also work. They also do good controlled demolition. I don't want to give them an advertisement. That's not fair. And of course, they honored the family legacy, the family business, in honor of their father, who was an aviation enthusiast. All their vans have a big plane on the side of it. So you see Twin Towers Construction, you see the plane, you know that it's Twin Towers Construction. Let's go down to the Muni for this game. And you're looking live in Municipal Field number 81 for the second half of our doubleheader. It is the final game of the first round of the South Tucson Youth Football Playoffs. 6th seed, Holy Balls, the champions out of the American Freedoms Conference, taking on Twin Towers Construction out of the BCC, the third team out of the BCC. BCC has 2 teams in the second round, one of them being Texas Roadhouse, who have the first round bye. We just saw Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash getting a win in our earlier game. And Blowfish Framingham with a 16-yard return to get things started. They are in the red jerseys and helmets, the home team as the 6th seed, going right to left on your radio dial. Twin Towers Construction in the away jerseys of white with black helmets and blue pants. And that is an incomplete pass for Lauren Dickerson.
Oh my God.
Yes?
That just gave me flashbacks.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Blue pants.
Yep. I don't know if anyone saw the pictures that she apparently dressed up as Tina from Bob's Burgers for a match.
Yes. That was during the Orlando spree.
It was delightful. She's the best.
I've heard she's wonderful.
I sadly did not go to the Shimmer show because the last time I went to a Shimmer show I felt weird. Kind of
Nashville had a 5-0 lead over Dallas after a couple minutes into the first period. The second period is now about to end. It's 5-3.
Oh no. Are they going to blow a 5-0 lead?
Well, it could be worse. They could have blown a 3-1 lead in the playoffs.
That's true.
They could have blown a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Wait, it's not the playoffs yet?
I'm looking at you, Toronto.
Wow.
What you did there? Looking at you, Cleveland.
Looking at you, Toronto.
Well, hang on, you gotta be more specific.
Looking at you, Toronto professional ice hockey team.
Looking at you, Cleveland professional baseball team.
Looking at you, just Cleveland in general.
Well, no way! Cleveland overcame a 3-1 deficit in another series to win a title.
Yeah, but fun times in Cleveland.
Cleveland!
At least you're not Detroit. Oh,
This guy has at least 3 DUIs.
This guy has at least 2 DUIs. Who the fuck
Blacks
still
look like-
uses a payphone?
Blacks look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't
Stupid.
slow down in East Cleveland
Or you'll die.
Our economy's based on LeBron James.
Buy a house for the price of a VCR. Oh, such a great thing. That was fun. I remember that. That was God. I remember that from like when I was in college. That's an old video.
After $8 million from the Cleveland Tourism Board, I asked for $16 million more after they were not impressed with my first offering. Unfortunately, I spent most of the money on things other than the Cleveland Tourism Video Board video. So once again, I've had to put this together in 2 days.
Yeah, that's the great. I love that little like. Yeah, that's amazing. How many teams have actually clinched playoff spots in the NHL so far? I don't even know. I'm trying to like look at this.
It's all
15.
but one.
15 out of 16.
That way, I was gonna say that way I know what's the one race to go and watch. Okay, so it looks like the Eastern
It's
Division
Toronto versus the Islanders.
is the only one that they gotta figure out. So Calgary, Nashville have it as the wild card. So it's basically Toronto
or New
and
York.
or the Islanders.
Yes, or not the good New York.
No, they are the good New York.
No, Henrik Lundqvist makes the Rangers technically better, but only because.
I mean, he
Henrik
used to.
Lundqvist.
Is there a kid named Blowfish?
Yes, Blowfish Framingham.
Fuck Hootie and the Blowfish, by the way.
Okay.
Twin Towers Construction's quarterback goes down.
Secret to at least some people that I am not a fan of Hootie and the Blowfish. It's steak.
And it
Halifax is in Nova Scotia, which is in Canada, which is on Earth, which is in Canada.
Like the best song anybody in Hootie and the Blowfish has ever written was a jingle for a chicken sandwich. That's the
Twin
truth,
Towers
too.
get the touchdown to start things off.
I'm gonna, you know, I think I've done well enough in Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm gonna start a country music career. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, he writes the tritest shit.
Touchdown, Twin Towers.
Name a Darius Rucker song that doesn't involve a Taylor Chris Bacon Cheddar Rich. You heard a song about sandwiches growing on trees.
No, he specifically wrote a song about breasts growing on trees.
Yeah, they did. Like that. Yeah.
Which I mean,
that's more. He wouldn't the right. If he's gonna start a mediocre solo music career, he should have gone to prog rock. Right, everything in that chicken sandwich jingle was much better geared for a career in crazy ass prog rock than it was for country music shit about trains and women and mama.
I was drunk when my mama got a prison.
In Halifax, our golden-eyed seeing retriever dogs are called golden-eye dogs.
Halifax's other sister city is Dartmouth. Its citrus flowers orchid, and its city of ocean is excessive surprise. Holy shit! Fucking Bucky!
Halifax can get a little crazy sometimes. Help! 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 Sorry, we're just going with old balloon shop videos now. Speaking of which, bingo! After the game.
Our seniors love little screw-ups.
I'm confused. I don't like this.
Man, I cannot wait for the Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs to blow another 4-1 lead.
No,
right.
You had it the right way the first time. It's the Maple Leafs.
You know, I'm looking at the members of the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm just hoping that I'm gonna read one that's gonna be just absolutely insane, like Ake Bono, or or John Popper. John Popper's a member of the Grand Ole Opry. That seems like something that's feasible in the sense that he's at least a musician.
No way, Jose Petway's brother. Oh my God, is there another Petway on this team?
Can you even believe that John Popper has only written one song in his life?
No.
Did John Popper do poppers?
Nobody took so many lemons, his dick looked like a jellyfish on acid.
Ew. Ew.
I'm disgusted with that one.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. And Holy Balls have been driving down the field pretty nicely here. Laron Dickerson, 5 for 8, 48 yards.
I'm sorry.
Passing.
Good joke, Brad. I ruined the show. I hate the bones.
I hate the bones?
I hate the bones.
I hate the bones.
Hate the bones, hate the bones, hate the bones.
Blues Travelers, rockin' harmonica ballad about eating the bones.
Yes, I hate them. Oh my God. Meanwhile, Holy Ball starting things off in the second quarter from the 7-yard line.
Normalcy has been restored in this Nashville-Dallas game. It's 6-3.
Oh, okay.
Holy crap! Twin Towers.
And Chauncey Presley, 7-yard touchdown, the tight end.
Holy balls!
And Holy Balls have tied this game up.
Chauncey Presley over the middle. Just a perfect strike. Right over the middle on a great post route. Well executed from Chauncey Presley.
Is palpable silence a South Tucson youth football player?
It should be palpable silence. Yeah.
We have harmonious screams. but I
Harmonious screens are good. I forget who it was that told me that Abdullah Oblongata should be a player, and I love that so much. Obadiah Manson. What a great name. Holy shit, that's a great one.
Thank you, Twin Towers.
Kurt D. Electricity.
I'm still pulling for a whole family of Ritzes. Because we have putting on the Ritz. We need Lesodium Ritz and Royale Ritz, but you might know him better by his nickname, Cheddar Cheese.
What
Royale
the fuck?
Cheddar Cheese Ritz.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, Royale Ritz. Come on, you know him, Cheddar Cheese.
Oh my god.
Royale Cheddar Cheese Ritz.
I don't even know how to say. I don't even know how to begin.
I don't know where to start or where to begin.
Antone Salas with the catch there, and Twin Towers moving back down the field. Clayton airing it out. Oh, it's picked off. Picked off inside the 10. That's a turnover. Holy balls. Holy balls indeed. They're going to start things off with the football. 4:08 to go in the first half.
Man, all the time in the world and he goes to coverage? Really?
Yeah, a lot of time to throw, make a good decision. Clayton just thought he had that window, but good on the receiver, who of course his name we will not see.
I think Ernest goes to clipboard duty next. Be here all night. Oh, but don't look now. Twin Towers defense just got 4 yards back on that one.
They did. That's a huge play.
Huge sack of LaRon Dickerson by Marco Riley.
LaRon Dickerson, is that Eric Dickerson's son?
Yes.
Grandson?
Absolutely it is. And going for the screen pass when you're inside your own 10. That's an interesting play call. Oh, but they get the flag. That's a face mask if I've ever seen one.
Face mask.
And we're back in the high life again.
All the doors are closed.
Automatic first down.
Oh, sorry, I had to crack open another can of Reflex Blue. Technically, it's a Pantone paint color, but man, if you give them the hex code colors, DuPont will do it for you.
Have you tried the Go Mango? It's so delicious. I've got it right from the Chrysler plant.
It's a bit tangy for me.
I'm not sure how to handle all this, but okay.
What I've been meaning to try actually is the lemon yellow from Volkswagen's Beetle line.
Ah, that would do it.
That's tart and refreshing, very light for the summer.
I'm hoping it might be a little more dry. I can pair it up with a nice fish.
It's very true. I'm personally more of a Bordeaux kind of guy. I like a nice soul red metallic.
Oh, you should try the Plymouth Mercuries from the 1980s. Those will go nice and deep with a good red beef.
A nice vintage. Nice vintage LeBaron. 86 model.
Yum.
You'll never guess which car I got. Not a LeBaron. A LeBaron. Oh, Tom Goes to the Mayor. There's a show I miss.
Yeah, that was a good show. I remember watching that. And Holy Ball's airing it out. Oh, they had an open receiver. They just overthrew it. 3rd and 12. They might go for that long ball again. Holy Ball's had a heck of a game against the Porno Shop in that conference championship. They're a strong team. Oh, it was batted down, bobbled, and they couldn't hang on to it. It's 4th and 12. I think they're going to have to punt. No, yep, they're going to punt. Okay.
They're set up in the half punt formation, where you're never not quite sure what they're going to do.
Punt is going to dribble out of bounds to the 22-yard line.
22!
Oh, man.
Which, of course, you are watching us on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man. man.
Hey, Moses.
Moses, you idiot.
Moses, you idiot. That's Obadiah Manson, 11-yard catch.
Big first down. Get out of the red zone.
Big boy first down.
That is a big boy first down.
He put on his football pants with both legs in at the same time. That's how he does it. Obadiah Manson's crazy. Most kids jump off rocks, he jumps off buildings.
Most kids call in bomb threats to the elementary school. He brings in the actual bomb.
Help! Help! Help!
Jesus. Oh my God, the QB stats are 9 and 11. God damn it.
Conspiracy.
We'll never forget
We will
this
never-
performance.
Oh, well, not anymore. Jamiroquai James with a 7-yard catch. Sorry, guys. Hope you got that nice screen cap when you needed it.
10 and 12.
Clayton, 11 for 13, 108 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And Twin Towers not going to be deterred. They are stronger than the interception they threw earlier in that
They are
game.
stronger than the storm.
Yes, that's what I was going with. But I just tried to work it in there.
Oh boy. Remember Drunk Uncle? Saturday Night Live.
There are many things I wish not to remember about Saturday Night Live, but go ahead. Oh dear God, Ernest Clayton got killed.
He sure did. It's 3rd and 10. He's still going, though. Airing it out. Had a receiver wide open. It was off target. And the punt unit's going to come out. Holy balls. We're going to get this football back. Let's see what kind of field position they're going to get. The punt is up, and it takes a bounce. A good bounce all the way down to the 25-yard line where it is downed by Twin Towers. So Holy Balls start things off. Second quarter, 1:22 to go. Tied at 7 with a chance to take the lead.
I'd say this back and forth game would have actually probably favored Holy Balls with their defensive stars. But never count Twin Towers a wild card for a reason.
They are just the wildest of cards.
You never know when those free safeties will just collapse on you. Nope, 1 second, the results are in, and yes, I'm an awful person. Sorry, I had to get tested for it.
2nd and
Yeah,
10.
no.
Dickerson throws it out of bounds. No one there. I wonder if that was a busted up play. He had a route that he was supposed to hit. And of course,
he
be
was
sure to
just-
join us on Saturday and Sunday where we have the second round of the South Tucson Youth Football Playoffs. On Saturday, our games are going to be good. And that's a completed pass, 21-yard catch by Irvin Clark. And on Saturday, we'll have the number 1 seed Taxes Roadhouse taking on the number 9 seed Binging Texan Barbecue Buffet. Followed up by number 4 Kathy's Country Cookin' taking on number 5 seed Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare. And of course, on Sunday, the number 2 seed 1-800-BUY-A-DAD will face number 7 seed Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash. And number 3 seed, the Creamy Surprise, awaits the winner of this game between Twin Towers Construction and Holy Balls.
And don't look now, but I think LaRon Dickerson is starting to get pressured by this defensive front
I've
line.
noticed that. And also, I also wanted to point out that these two teams did, in fact, meet in the second week of the season at Twin Towers, and Holy Balls were the winners. It was an epic game. I believe it was 6 overtimes. The final score was 53-50. I'm going to double check how many overtimes that was. I can't believe I forgot about this. This was an absolutely epic game. It went 5 overtimes. I apologize. 5 overtimes, and Holy Balls came out on top. Very different scoreline right now, 7 apiece.
Shedrick Douglas almost got a great pick on that. They'll have to settle for the punt, though.
Shedrick. Or as they call him, the Big Shed.
Big Shed.
this second half draws to a close, and I'll tell you what, it's a barn burner of a game.
Would like to see one more score though. Frickin' Frank gets a 15-yard reception.
Not to be confused with Frank and Furter.
Or the filthy Frank.
Or Fat Frank.
Which, by the way, this gives us time to say hello to our Japanese viewers, Konnichiwa and Katsuo Tabiru.
What was the punchline of that in English?
I think he said he wanted shampoo in his face.
Oh, he's doing the shampoo commercial. Oh, okay.
Yes, it's the one that wars have been fought over shampoo commercials.
Well, yeah, Booker T was really mad he didn't get that shampoo commercial.
Indeed, that's the kind of thing that just plants the seed for
that penalty is declined.
great conflicts, such as this one.
Oh dear, holding. That's fucking.
I forgot. Okay, did you hear that?
I did.
Yo, Japanese people. What's the deal?
I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted tonight, and it's been just kind of chaos, especially from the first game, but
Don't look now, but Tampa Bay just beat Toronto 4-1.
oh no, they're blowing it, aren't they?
And
no.
wouldn't you know it, the Senators play the Islanders last.
Oh,
They could just shoot the puck into their own net and laugh.
Wow. So basically, but hold on, here's the thing: the Islanders need to win out, and the Toronto needs to lose out, right? Because I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but
It'd be wins in regulation.
what's that?
Wins in regulation.
Okay. Interesting. Well, that's the halftime score, 7 apiece in the 6-11 matchup. I think the upset still a possibility. Hang on. So Toronto has 93 points. New York Islanders have 90, which definitely means that the Islanders have to win out, right? And hope that
That would
Toronto
be
lose their
correct.
last 2 games.
how hard could that possibly be?
But I mean that's the only way. I mean unless I don't know who has the tiebreaker on this one. Because the tiebreaker is so important like that should be listed in the fucking standings. Oh, regulation, is it ROW regulation wins?
Yes, regulation and overtime victories. So that's basically anything that wasn't won in a shootout.
Okay, that's the tiebreaker.
Toronto has that, but they only
For
have
now.
it by 1.
Wow, so we can get
loses.
interesting here. The Islanders play New Jersey on Saturday. Yeah, that'll be a win for them. I'm going to go ahead and read this. South Tucson Youth Football is brought to you by Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new 2017 Laughliner. Comfortably seats 8. Uncomfortably seats anyone who thought they had a better chance than Patrick Union to be the new Georgetown head coach. Yes, that's true. I'm just fucking done with that.
It's a good way of thinking about it. Just
That's
fucking
depressing. It's depressing. And they should be paid, but whatever. That's a whole other hot take. But you know who shouldn't be paid? These young kids, because they're 10. We have child labor laws.
That's right.
Child
So
labor
instead, we're
laws
going to
are
profit off of
for-
them playing for what? The love of the game.
The love of the game, and also the kickbacks we're getting from Tucson, proud
Yep.
sponsors of the South Tucson Youth Football Playoffs. Tucson, it's basically steroids.
Be sure to try their new flavor line: gravel, fresh cut lawn, and motor oil.
Don't forget evening at the Improv.
Evening at the Improv. Oh my God! Evening at the Improv should have been the third one.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Tastes like airline food.
Tastes like Viagra. Have you heard about it?
What's the deal with that?
First down.
Airline food. Jerisan Field, Jerisan Field, Jerisan Field, Jerisan Field.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no possible way that a running back should be able to take off from the backfield and sprint all the way to the end zone.
That's true, and that's why they only went for the 8-yard gain on that one. Twin Towers, 2nd and 2, trying to take the lead yet again. That's going to be a first down for Jamiroquai James, 9 yards. Up the middle, 1st and 10.
How many get on that?
Sorry?
How many did he get on that? How many yards?
Actually, I didn't pay attention. 9?
9. Oh, geez, that's virtually insanity.
It is. It was running like he was on a treadmill, moving him across the field. See, because the music video has the people on treadmills.
Why is there a pool of blood streaming out of this couch? I don't know.
Wait, what?
That's in the fucking music
Really?
video. Some cockroaches, blood streaming out of a couch.
There's a bloody couch in that video. I just remember the treadmill bit.
Some
I
sort
went
of
down the
weird-
rabbit hole today of like all like old one-hit wonders and stuff like that. Thanks to doing some late night sporkling last night after the stream. Oh, almost picked off in the end zone. Colton Fulton. What a name. Colton Fulton. We're
Nearly
breaking
picked
that
it
one
off
up in the end zone. 2nd and 10.
He nearly got it with the Fulton technique. Fortunately, he couldn't get the balloon up in time.
But the I ended up going down a breadcrumb trail on YouTube, which with like all like old early like 90s and 80s one-hit wonder songs. It was delightful. Out of the shotgun again, dumps it off short to the running back, Jamiroquai James. No gain on that one, 4th and 10.
I think they got a kick this one.
They look like they're going to go for it. I'm surprised by this. That might be a little too far. Yeah, you know what? It'd be, what, 37? That's way out of range. They're going to go for the end zone. Caught Sheldon Barber.
And it all
Touchdown,
comes...
Twin Towers. That was a 22-yard gain
Oh, man.
and a 22-yard touchdown.
Holy balls going, why me? Now, do you think they go for 2? Do you risk the 2-pointer?
I wouldn't at this stage of the game. If you're holy balls, if you're the Twin Towers, you got to feel confident that your defense can hold them to this score. They just got to grind it out from here.
You know, I would have taken that risk. Make it a 2-score game. Force the issue. Even if you don't get it, you
Go
can
for
still
2,
rely
you
on your
said? Wow.
defense.
Well, I think they're playing the long game. I mean, it's clearly not going to be their last possession. They can kind of just trust their defense. I mean, their defense has been pretty solid in the first half. Why not, trust them this time? There's a screen pass. Obi Turner gets 4 yards on that one.
It's not that you don't trust your defense. It's just, you know what? Put a little pressure on Holy Balls to start making plays.
I get what you're saying, but if you don't get it, then a touchdown gives them the lead. And Rusty Petway up the middle, 13 yards, and a first down for Holy Balls.
It's going to be a good one down the stretch.
No doubt there.
Personal foul.
And a face mask is going to get Holy Balls some extra yards, some 15 extra yards. Everyone take a drink.
We're back at the high level.
Oh, maybe you should stop.
I'll tell you when I've had enough of the high life.
I think you've had enough of the high life.
I'll tell you when I've had enough of the high life.
It's the champagne of steroids.
Literally champagne and steroids.
It's literally champagne and steroids. It's
Remember-
it's the champagne of steroids because it's basically champagne and steroids. That's the best. I love this so much.
Remember the Miller High Life commercials where the guy hooked up the tap to his sink and just poured out beer?
No. What?
You don't remember this?
No. What if you have to brush your teeth?
There are a lot of concerns with it.
Just take a shower. You're back in the high life.
He like put the tap handle on his on like his faucet.
That's like a new level of alcoholism.
That really is.
Oh, it's picked off!
Oh, no.
Intercepted off the bobble. And Twin Towers will take over with 1:38 to go in the third quarter from their own 23-yard line.
And if Twin Towers scores here, I'd have to think it takes some divine intervention to steal it away.
Holy balls.
Yep, and Clayton
are
goes
really
for the long
pressed
pass.
against it.
It's caught by frickin' Frank. He gets out of bounds, 15 yards.
Frickin' Frank absolutely coming in with these big plays. I tell you. Just make sure there are no tiny bubbles when you inject your steroids.
And incomplete that one. Yeah, for real. That's a good that's good advice. That's just good advice in general. Like, yeah. That's why we drink our Tucson, our steroids. We drink our receivers like we drink our steroids like we're intending to. These holy ball receivers have so many drops you'd think they have holes in their hands. Oh.
Okay, that commercial is a lot more realistic than I remembered it being. Like, he actually does hook it up, like in the back walls. Like, he does hook up the keg to the sink. Like, he doesn't hook up the keg line to like the second, like, it's like the soap dispenser is what he hooks it up to.
Ah, I got you. But then what are you going to wash your hands with?
Beer.
Beer, of course.
You can't just be that dude who just takes the Browns to the Super Bowl, gets up, washes your hands with fucking beer.
Hold on, guys. We're back in the high life again.
Yep, we had a face mask. You know, you think one could get
old.
You think one could get tired of that song, but nope.
It's so wrenching, but in a good way.
And that's a first down. Antone Salas, 10 yards. First down for Twin Towers. They are moving the football down to the 26-yard line. I think this might be the last play they can get out. They might get one more play after this before the end of the third quarter. A lot of time throwing it. Caught for a first down. Frickin' Frank, 20-yard catch. And it's first and goal for Twin Towers. Holy Balls have no answer for this. You all right?
No, that's just the go mango.
Does not sound all right.
Just he got a bit of the car in the go mango there, just a little bit of.
Okay, I see. A lot of time for Clayton to throw. Touchdown, Sheldon Barber again. 6-yard touchdown pass. Look at that stat line for Ernest Clayton. 234 yards. Was that 22 for 32? Great stat line for Ernest Clayton. And Twin Towers have opened this game up. A 2-score lead now on Holy Balls with the fourth quarter to play.
Unbelievable.
It is all starting to collapse on Holy Balls.
You can take this one down at a field in rural Pennsylvania, folks. This one is almost over.
Oh, that's such a good joke.
Oh, the cheer squad for Twin Towers is formed into a pentagon, and they're trying to send people into the middle of it. That's a deep cut for you.
Pentagon has a Taco Bell inside of it. What other secrets is the government hiding from us? Chick-fil-A Express, a Dos Bros, a Sbarro.
The elusive Wawa in D.C.
It's gotta be a 7-Eleven of some sort. Not a whole lot of stacks.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
He's gonna go all the way with it. God, if no kids tackled him and he just slowly electronic footballed his way across the
Yeah, really, I love that. That happens every once in a while. Dante Wynn lost of a yard on that one. 3rd and 11 for Holy Balls. I love when the game does that. I have no words when it happens. It's kind of...
It's the statue of Liberty Play plus.
And it's 4th and 11, down 2 touchdowns. It's 4:29 to go. It's got to be... No, they're going to punt it. Okay.
Well, it looks like we're not the only ones getting into the high life.
Right.
The
And
coach
it's
sent a little
taken out of the air by Jonathan Eaton, 4 yards. And Twin Towers now going to start with... that's an interesting bit of stats. Great teamwork. 2 of them did absolutely nothing. So look what you did, you little jerk.
One of those players wasn't even on the team.
Yeah, right? Wait a minute.
I think our graphics guy's just taking the piss out of people.
Look what you did now, you little shit.
Well, I think if Twin Towers gets another score here, even if it's a field goal, they'll be doing the Cougar.
That'll bring up 36.
Of course, the coach will probably come out onto the field and slap him silly.
That's absolutely true. Also for stealing his Mercury Cougar.
Just doing donuts in it. Look, hey, Lee Corso just taught a whole bunch of kids how to drive from stick, okay?
That is true. He didn't teach them how to properly work the clutch, though. So that thing is going to be a toast by the time they figure it all out.
Number 47 makes the tackle at the 30-yard line.
All of our callers are just dropping like flies.
Good God. Anyway, Twin Towers now on the 30-yard line. Huge drop back for Clayton. Takes off running. He's going to get the first down. Man, Holy Balls cannot keep up right now. Twin Towers looking to put the upset on in this 6-11 matchup.
I'd say a big part of that is Antone Salas.
Antone
He's been
Salas.
huge. But as the kids know him, Tony Salas.
Or as the kids also know him, Antone Sal Ass.
Yeah, kids are
That's
kids
the
are
Bully
dicks.
Factory. Bully Factory still travels pretty well.
Despite being pretty much the first team out of the playoffs.
They just keep traveling.
They bring their sign saying we are the 13th seed.
Unfortunately, that has to be accompanied by another side saying we're not actually the 13th seed.
Yeah, just because people in South Carolina will get confused about, well, when are they playing then?
Yeah,
That's a 12-yard catch for Salas. 4th and 1 for Twin Towers. They're going to kick the field goal here. It looks to be about a 31-yarder, just in the tail end of the reach. It is no good. It goes wide right.
Well, that was a decision that won't come to bite them in the ass.
Well, 1:46 to go. Holy Balls starting things off from their own 20. They've got to do a lot of damage in not a lot of time. And that's an incomplete pass to start things off. 2nd and 10. You got to feel like they only have one timeout left. They cannot convert. Twin Towers get the football back. This game is going to pretty much be over. Oh, and they take down Dickerson for a loss of 7. Sacked in the backfield.
That's a poor way to start off that whole comeback. It's ooh, buddy. Holy Balls, remember the only team that made it in to the playoffs 2 years running was an 8-team playoffs last year, now bumped up to 12 thanks to our proud sponsors at Tucson High Life. Tucson High Life, the champagne of steroids.
Because it's basically champagne and steroids.
We're giving these kids steroids and alcohol.
LaRon Dickerson just decides to give up.
It is now 4th and 22. It is all going pear-shaped for Holy Balls. It is unraveling before our very eyes.
The Holy Balls have hit the taint.
They're going to air it out. It's caught! Dante Waller gets a 32-yard catch, and Holy Balls are still alive with 1 minute and 1 second to go. But it's a lot still to do. Dickerson makes the catch and gets a face mask on us. That's going to stop the clock and add on 15 yards. Twin Towers cannot be shooting themselves in the foot here. Mark O'Reilly commits the grave error of the face mask penalty. That's going to move the football all the way down to the 36-yard line. Holy Balls are within striking distance of the end zone and of making it a one-score game.
Dumb as hell.
These kids are dumb as hell. Oh, they got a wide receiver in the middle of the field all alone. And another flag.
Personal foul.
I can't drink this Go Mango.
Clark East is going to gift Holy Balls down to the 7-yard line. The catch was a great one. The face mask added another 7 yards of penalty because it was half the distance.
Could this be...
Dickerson has time to throw. Looking, caught! Touchdown, Holy Balls, Kendall Perry. And this game is now down to 1 score with 46 seconds to go. Holy Balls will have to try for the onside kick and see if they can recover it. And then even if they do, they have to still march down the field. But first, let's get to the extra point. It is good. It is 21-14. And do not go anywhere, folks. The Holy Balls fans, the faithful, they are on their seat. They're on their feet. They're on the edge of their seat, or they're on their feet.
Their feet are on the seat.
And Teddy Payne is going to fall on that one for Twin Towers on the onside kick. That was barely an onside kick in the first place. But it's starting to look like Twin Towers construction will avenge the loss to Holy Balls from Week 2 and ride another wave of momentum into a second-round game with the creamy surprise, the 3 seed. The Holy Balls used their last time out. Twin Towers going to kneel this one out. It will be effectively over.
312 total yards of offense compared to 199 for Holy Balls.
And that's the story right there. That's all you need to know, really.
Can't spend all your time on the highlights. Sometimes you have to get down and work.
Yeah, a great game indeed, and they're going to try to run it one more time just to run out the clock. Jamiroquai James, 41 yards on the game. Not a huge stat line, but it doesn't matter. They will survive and advance. Twin Towers Construction, the 11 seed, with a big upset over the 6 seed Holy Balls. And they will meet the 3 seed, the Creamy Surprise, on Sunday in the quarterfinals with a chance to go to the semis. And what a game that was. Gentlemen, any last minute analysis on that game?
Please call me Duncan. Mr. Donuts is my father.
What in the world?
Well, you can call that game Baskin Robbins because it had 42 flavors, all of which I hated.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I like this game though.
Yeah, it was a good
This
game.
is a good game. Of course, you're just Clayton. Look what you did, you little shit. Player of
Look
the
what
game.
you did shit.
It's the Go Mango. It's the Go Mango talking.
I understand.
I'll have you know I'm drunker when I'm smart.
Fucking hell. All right, that's got to be it from us. Thank you, Roll. Thank you, RJ, for joining us for the whole time. Thank you to Ben Pasco for just kind of popping in, for Will for popping in, for Ben Pasco for completely derailing the first game, and for my throat for sucking right now and my voice for being gone and this damn cough. That's it for us. We'll see you on Saturday and Sunday for the second round of action. Thanks to all you guys for joining us. Hope you'll be there. The Paul Fine Quad Show is next. Hope to see you again on Saturday. Not sure what time, but check our Twitter and keep an eye on that. IRMstream on Twitter to find out when the hell we're gonna be doing this. That's a sign that I need to go to bed. So until then, for everybody else, good night from South Tucson, Arizona.